Good day, RGV. Today on Valley por Vida, we're talking tennis, we're talking graduation ceremonies in Weslaco, hurricane safety tips, and more. The show starts right now. Hi there, and thanks again for joining us today. I'm your host, Danielle Banda. Well, if you're a tennis fan, then you're going to want to pay attention here, okay? Our team was so excited to visit representatives of Point Isabel ISD to learn all about their recent groundbreaking ceremony for their Tarpon Tennis Center. So go ahead and check it out.
My name's Tony Vidal. I'm the athletic director for Port Isabel High School. Today we're talking a little bit about the tennis program and the new courts that we're going to be in construction right now. Well, first of all, we had a bond election back in the fall, and we were able to, the community from Port Isabel approved tennis center. They also approved the baseball diamond, and they also approved the softball diamond. So they're all like $3 million worth of bond issued construction sites. And so today we're talking a little bit about the tennis center. The tennis center is state of the art. You know, we've got a clubhouse. We've got 8 different courts on there. It should be very gender friendly. We'll have restrooms. We'll have dressing rooms. We'll have a lot. It'll be one of the best facilities in South Texas. A lot of the reasons is the tennis and golf are lifetime sports, so we really want to have our young men and young ladies to develop a lifetime activity so that they can stay physically fit as they get out of high school and go into college, upper ed, and also when they become young adults, so they can develop a lifetime fitness routine. It's very, very important that the young men and women do tennis. Well, it's kind of, I think that a lot of the citizens will benefit of it because of the fact that, you know, it's a lifetime sport. And you know, being physically fit as you get older and you get out of college and you get up in your 30s, 40s, even 50s and 60s, there's got to be a level of fitness. And so an activity like tennis could also help the longevity of our community. Our groundbreaking ceremony, we invited all our obviously our superintendent was there. She led the ceremony. We had all our board members there, and then we also had the tennis coach and the players. All the players were there, and we also had some dignitaries. We had some high-level ranking officials from our school district. We also had all our coaches were there, and so also the construction company was there with their team, and so it was a very nice event. They did the groundbreaking. They had some food, and had some barbecue, and then had some mariachi music, and we had a great celebration. It was really a very fine event that Ms. Capistrano put on. Well, I just hope that they develop good sportsmanship and they get out there and play as hard as they can, and just go out there and do the Tarpon spirit, you know, and that's just keep trying, never give up. And eventually, you develop good sportsmanship and good citizenship. That's the end result of athletics. And so we want to develop a very good athlete, but more importantly, we want to develop a very good citizen. They have 2 seasons. They have the team season, which is usually in the fall, and then in the spring they have the individual awards or individual. So there's 2 different seasons. They have the team concept that they play in the fall, and then in the spring they play the individual, which is singles and doubles, and they advance all the way to the playoffs, you know, regionals, state. Well, I think people just need to get out. Once we finish the set, building it, the construction site is over with. I think we're probably going to have some type of ground breaking or ground ribbon cutting session where we can really all enjoy what's going to happen.
We're so glad that Port Isabel students will get to utilize this Tarpon Tennis Center like that, because so many of us enjoy a round of tennis or two for sport, for school, for hobby, I mean, in lots of different ways. But how much do we know about tennis in general? Well, we're about to dive right in. All right, so according to eliteclubs.com, tennis players didn't always used to use rackets. Apparently, they used to use the palm of their hand to hit the ball back and forth, which doesn't sound too fun. And the site says that back in the 12th century, people used to have swollen red hands because of this. They didn't even refer to the game as tennis. Rather, they called it jeu de paume, which means game of palm. And when they finally did get balls to play tennis, and most of them were white. There was actually not a yellow tennis ball in circulation until after 1986, when someone decided it would be an easier color for followers on TV to follow along with when it came to televised games, which is pretty interesting. And tennis players get a lot of exercise. I mean, you may not think so because they stay within the space of the court, but they actually run an average of 3 miles per day when all of their steps are added up back and forth. And of course, that court can be a bit restricting, but still, they're just moving back and forth, so it's rigorous for the body and for the muscles. Of course, tennis players use rackets to play the game, but do you know how to spell racket? The reason I ask is because apparently some people spell with a CK and others spell it with a CQUE. Now, the site says that the latter is an alternative method of spelling, but here in the United States, we usually spell the word with a CK. And as you might know, Venus and Serena Williams were the first ever set of sisters to win an Olympic gold medal when it comes to tennis, which is pretty cool. But hey, they're not the only two, with some talent out there on the court. The site says that Jeff and Jordan Aranda are a dynamic duo when it comes to the sport. And it even outlines that they took over as co-directors of tennis at Elite Sports Club River Glen. They retired now, but with over 50 years of experience playing the game, they've definitely got a Williams-esque knowledge. Tennis in itself is actually a funny word, right? Ten-is. But so are some tennis terms. Take love, for example. It's a word of the sport, and yet its origin is unknown. Apparently, it regards 0 as a figure in the game, which is pretty interesting. Maybe something that you'd learn in a gym class at school, or if you're not a player yourself, of course. And on the subject of education, our team recently had the chance to visit with the team over at Idea College Prep in Weslaco. It was an absolute honor to witness 89 seniors graduating, and 100% of these intelligent students were admitted to 4-year colleges. 34% of them will even be matriculating this fall to Tier 1 and Tier 2 colleges across the nation, including to places like MIT, Northwestern University, Rice University, UT at Austin, American University, and more. So many of these bright young minds had the chance to walk across their campus to visit with their students from kinder to the 11th grade, all in an effort to celebrate their accomplishments as well as encourage other students about the rewards of commitment when it comes to their education. See, even though there's struggles of COVID as well as other hardships that we may often feel, concerns with finances and academic challenges, these students are living proof that education is indeed possible. Take a look.
Good morning, my name is April Flores. I am a college counselor at Idea Weslaco College Prep, and we are here today celebrating our seniors as they walk through our school. These are halls that they've been in since they were in 2nd grade, 3rd, 4th, 6th grade even. And we're just really excited to celebrate all of their accomplishments and their efforts as they make their way to college. So this year, much like every other school, has posed many challenges. Given that we are still in a pandemic, a lot of our students came in with a lot of struggles and a lot of challenges, whether that was working to finish their personal statement, working to finish other supplemental writings, or even being the breadwinner of their family and helping support their younger siblings. These are challenges that affected and impacted our students outside and inside of the classroom. But regardless, in our school we have an amazing team of teachers, of administrators, of college counselors, of families, of other students who are here supporting our students to make sure that we stick to that commitment that all kids are capable of going to college, regardless of the circumstances that surround them. And so this year, we are very proud to say that we had a lot of our students who applied and were admitted to highly competitive universities that have high graduation rates. We call these Tier 1 schools. So we saw our many firsts, such as an acceptance to MIT, Vassar College, American University, and the list goes on and on. But most importantly, we had other schools such as Kalamazoo College, Lafayette College, UTRGV, UT Austin, Austin College, and the list goes on and on and on. We are projected to meet our own goal and our campus goal of sending our kids to these highly competitive and selective schools because of the dedication of our students and their families and the staff that's here to support all of our students. So we really just want to drive this home that with a village and all of us, we are more than capable to ensuring that our kids have these opportunities to access higher education, even though we are here and we are dealing with the challenges. Even though we're facing these challenges and we continue to face them for many months, maybe even years to come, we highly encourage you to lean on your community, lean on those people around you, lean on your families, on your schools, on your counselors, on your teachers, to be able to help you to achieve your goals to higher education. This is especially true for Hispanic and Latino students who traditionally may not have access to spaces of higher education. So really lean into those spaces and keep your goal in mind to make sure that you achieve what you want. But here at IDEA, we hope that you join us in our commitment to higher education to make sure that all of our students go to and through to college.
We're so proud of all their students. All right, well, now it's time to take a commercial break, and then we've got to look at your local weather updates. But stay tuned, because Valley Por Vida is going to be right back, and we're going to break down the national month calendar for the month of June so that you can know exactly what to expect all month long. We'll also have some hurricane safety tips when it comes to general preparedness for a natural disaster. That info plus more when we return.